Okay, back on the Nakamichi. This is the BX-1 model. And I think this is the one that got the 7812 regulator. Let me look through the bag of parts. And yes, there is a regulator IC in the bag. Anyhow, I did go ahead and order and receive a couple of belts from, who's that? Dynamtechgroup.com. Anyhow, I ordered two sets because I have the BX-1 and the BX-100, and luckily they both use the exact same set of belts. And it does come with the idler tire, which is the main reason we did this. But a new counter belt, definitely needed a new counter belt as well as a new capstan belt. So we'll go ahead and get this thing torn apart and get the belts replaced. I'm sorry if my voice does not sound normal. I've been kind of down for the last few days trying to get caught up. Anyhow, probably not going to be a lot of talking, so let's go ahead and get this party started, starting with removing this bracket that the capstan motor sits on. So I'm just going to flip this over and pop the bottom off so we can gain a little bit more access. Hopefully that will be more than enough. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and remove the complete flywheel. I took the, I think this is just an oil flinger. It doesn't really go on there, it just slides on there. I normally clean it and replace it. That way I can go ahead and add some fresh oil to the shaft whilst we have this thing apart. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing down here. So it's got this little spring bushing that I'm going to take off. And then there's one little clip on here, maybe a spacer, right there. And then we're actually down to the bushing itself. So I've got a pipe cleaner and a bit of acetone. I'm just going to soak it in there and then try to angle this thing through both halves to scrub the bushing. And yes, it is coming through. So I'm just going to pull the whole thing through, dry end. And I think that's going to be just fine. Now we'll clean the shaft off for the flywheel. put the little spring clip back on it, add a fresh dab of oil, and put this thing back together. So I went ahead and added a little droplet of oil to the motor bushing, since that's going to be where all the load is. It'll make it last much, much longer. So I just need to go ahead and clean the pulley with a bit of acetone and a cotton swab. And then I will service the new belt as always. And then we will get this thing reassembled with new belts. And we'll put that new idler tire on. Let me get the little washer on here. There we go. And we'll, of course, give everything a cleaning before we're finished. Okay, so new belt. Time to service it. Okay, I like that. Belt is still pretty round. Well, let's see if we can get this thing on here halfway easily. We had to move this guy out of the way. Oh, you know what? I did not clean the motor pulley. One moment. Okay, wasn't too terribly bad. Okay, belt is finally replaced. After how many tries? Wow. Okay. Next is going to be the counter belt and then the idler tire. So, same thing, just going to run it through some acetone and a paper towel just to break in the new belt, get all the contaminants off of it. Trust me, it will last much, much longer if it's serviced than unserviced, just to get all the contaminants off of it. Okay, old counter belt is installed. There it is. Been in one place for a day and a half. And let's see, the new counter belt, I got to loop it through here. And then I can't show you this, obviously. I need to grab it and at least get it near its destination. I can hook the rear like that. And then I should be able to run this take-up reel table around town. And, oops, got on the wrong side of the brake. Doggone it. Okay, there it is on the right side of the brake. Had to hold the brake up out of the way. Counter is indeed counting, so that is a good thing. So next, I got to pull that clip off of there and replace that idler tire. We find an appropriate prying apparatus to get the clip off. One moment. Okay, got it out. And I should pump up the exposure. But to get this thing off, normally all I gotta do is pull it out and flip it around town like that. Then installation is the opposite of removal. Okay, installed. I'm going to hit the center of the shaft with just a film of oil. Just like that. Feels much better already just by hand. All right, reattached. Well, we'll give this thing some power. Hit it once again with the cotton swab and the acetone, and hopefully we will have better results. One moment. Okay, power has been applied. As you can see, it's in the fast forward mode. We'll just give this guy a quick little wipe down. Definitely motor stalling torque now. Much, much better. I just want to wipe off where I oiled it. Give her one more just damp wipe down. And everything's great. So let's make sure that we can see what's going on down here. And I'll put it in play. And there's going to be oil and contamination on the capstan shaft, as well as the pinch roller at this point after oiling it. So we'll just give her a quick scrub. That'll take care of any contaminants on there. Grab one more cotton swab. See if I can get you guys back into view here. There we go. I definitely like that. While we're here, we'll just wipe off the record play head. And the erase head. Okay, I think we're going to be good. Test auto stop. Stalls the motor. Then it does go into stop. Okay, all back together, all cleaned up. I just got to put the plate back in here, but that's easy to do. Let's pop a tape into it and hit play. Counter is counting. Pretty happy with that. Sounds pretty good for Nakamichi. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this video. So basically started out with it wouldn't power on, as I recall. We didn't get an LED on like the stop or the play light over here. We didn't get anything. And did a little bit of troubleshooting, found out that this regulator right here that's on this heat sink was defective. I did have one in stock. I did replace it. I checked surrounding capacitors and whatnot in the power supply circuit. They all tested perfectly fine. Changed the regulator, got it back up and running. Desperately needed to have this idler replaced. It was just slipping like no other. So, like I said, luckily found a company that stocks these things. There you go if you need to look them up. I've ordered from them before, incidentally, and I've had very good luck. I've never had a belt not fit. I've never had to contact them for a customer service issue. But anyhow, we're back up. I think this might be the one where I cleaned the contacts on the mode select switch right here. I think that might have been the one. I can't remember. I've got two of these from the same customer. And this is the BX-1. The other one is the BX-100. So that's it. Nakamichi BX-1, belts, idler, cleaning, regulator replacement, capacitor testing, working great. Everyone, thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X at NorCal715. you can email me, norcal715videos@gmail.com. Here it is, late 2025. It's mid-October 2025. Still trying to get caught up on stuff. It's going to be several months down the road. So if you want to contact me, please just leave me a comment in one of the videos. That's the surest way to get a hold of me quickly. Remember, with your help, we can try to keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Once again, thank you for bringing it to the end of this video. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.